Good evening, everyone. How are you? I am so excited that you are here and joining me tonight. Someone that really loves you must have invited you to listen to this video about Park Lane Jewelry. My name is Sarah Clement. I'm a company vice president. I have been selling jewelry in this space for almost 14 years. When I say in this space, I mean direct selling, party plan, whatever you want to call it, social sales for almost 14 years. And I thought I'd start by sharing my story and a little bit about me. And then, of course, I'll get to all the goodies about why you want to explore this profession, why jewelry, and specifically why Park Lane, of course, and why I think now is the best time to start. So let's say about 14 years ago, it was 2008. I used to work in the hospitality industry. I was an event planner, and I was laid off from my corporate position. I also had a 1-year-old at home. And I was like, let me, while I'm doing unemployment and all the things, let me figure out what my options are. Like, what do I want to do with the rest of my life? Let me really try to assess balance, right? I've got 2 kids. So I've got 2 boys now, now 14 and 17. But at the time, my youngest was 1. And I was like, let me figure this out. I sure would love to stay home with them. So my husband and I kind of said, okay, well, while I'm exploring opportunities, let's just see what it is like to live on one income. Now, mind you, I was still earning unemployment. So I was just being a mom. I was loving being at home with the kids and, going to the park, doing all the things that moms do. But I knew that I needed a little bit more. And out of the blue, a friend of mine from high school reached out to me and said, what do you think about joining me on this opportunity? Now, it was a different jewelry company that I was with prior to working with Park Lane, although I've been here for 4 years. But I was like, I don't know, I'll check it out. I really liked this girl. I thought she was really cool. And, we had been really good friends in high school, but hadn't spoken in years. So I was like, what a great way to potentially reconnect. I don't even know. I happened to be, it was like all these signs in my head were aligning and this was something to do or check out. So I went to her house, I checked out the jewelry, I loved it. And I was like, okay, like it's not a big buy-in. Like, let me just try it. Like, what do I kind of have to lose? And I remember telling her at the time, because she was real fancy. Like she was, worked for Ralph Lauren in New York and had all this fashion background. And I was like, I really don't wear jewelry. Like I'm a date night girl. Occasionally I'll switch up the earrings, but actually my fingers are so swollen. I don't have my wedding ring on, but I'm like a wedding ring girl and a switch up your earrings type of girl. That was me. Obviously things have changed over the years, but I said, I don't really wear jewelry. Is that going to be a problem? She's like, well, we'll go with it. So anyways, I jumped in full force and I was like, well, once I kind of started getting excited and deciding that I was going to do it and commit to the process, my husband said to me, like, are you wanting to do this full time? Like, what are you thinking? Because of course, I think we all just think we're just going to try it out. Well, I was like, well, I don't know. The idea of working from home and being able to stay with my kids and having a flexible schedule, literally on my own terms, sounds pretty good. So I'm going to like believe in it. We had this program called Jumpstart. So it was like your first 60 days, you kind of went all out, which is, a really fun thing to do, which is a great time and why I think now is a great time to start. But I went all out. I did all the things. And I was like, my husband kind of made a joking goal with me. He was like, if you can replace the unemployment income, which at the time, just to let you know, was $2,000 a month. If you can replace that, we're doing okay. It was still kind of tight, but we were doing okay. So I was like, okay, never go back to corporate America, stay at home with my kids, flexible schedule, opportunity to earn whatever, right? I'm like, I'm going to choose to do this. So anyways, I jumped in full force. 6 months later, I was replacing that unemployment income of $2,000 in a month. And I was off and running. And so I have been working this business very full time since I started. Now, my story may be different from others because most people who jump into this business are, let me dip my toes in the sparkly water. Let me have a party. Let me check it out and see. And I work a full-time job, so this is definitely a side gig. Totally okay. That's what most of our sales force does. But maybe you'll try it. Maybe you'll try it as a side gig, and then maybe you'll find out you love it, or you're good at it, or it brings more than you ever thought, which I'll talk about in a minute that it could ever do. And it may change your life like it did mine. So anyways, 14 years later, I sit here sharing with you as a company vice president who has been with Park Lane Jewelry for 4 years now, exceeding a paycheck I would have never been able to earn in the travel event planning industry because it would have been capped, and also getting to travel the world, which we'll talk about as well, and really having that flexible schedule, especially now that my kids, I was always able to take off in the middle of the day to go volunteer or go on a field trip or do those sorts of things, which I always was like, oh my gosh, how horrible for women that work full time that still need to now come and watch their child's book report in the middle of the day. Like it's just not really set up for success in that way. So anyways, I'm very blessed to have been introduced to this profession 14 years ago. So I get really excited. So forgive me for that. But anyways, why would you want to consider, I mean, you're here to learn a little bit more about why we do what we do. So why would you want to consider this profession? I just said a few things. A, flexibility, A, extra income, A, more friendships, more community, all of those things. I also happen to believe that direct sales is the greatest profession on the planet because you have choice. I also feel like it is the future of retail. And I will tell you that because who's been to a mall lately? Have you guys walked around? It's kind of sad sauce. I feel like in my entire state, we have one good mall. And even when I go there, they're out of the things. They might have all the right stores, but they don't have everything that you need. Like we live in this Amazon, won it yesterday culture, right? So I think people really are starting to adapt to an online shopping experience, but we still want that personal touch. We also, I think, are expecting referral rewards. Like, for example, we use HelloFresh to cook our meals. I don't know if you guys know what that is. I don't get paid by them or anything, but I'm just sharing with them. When I share their links out to people, I get freebies back, right? So it's kind of exactly like network marketing, right? You share with your friends, you get free jewelry in return, like all those sorts of things. So I feel like we are in the right place at the right time. And there is just so much opportunity within this industry. The other thing I was going to share is that we also have an opportunity to give back to our communities in this profession. And I'm going to talk about Parklane's amazing fundraising program in a minute, which you guys are going to love to hear about. So the other thing I want to share with you is that we may be moving into a recession, right? Why now is a good time? This is I don't want to say recession-proof business, but I've been through one. I'm telling you, people still will fork out a little bit of a few dollars for some jewelry, for some happy, for some make you feel good stuff. Retail therapy is a real thing. And I've been through a recession. I've watched it happen. And people still want fun in their life. They still want fashion in their life. That kind of brings me to why jewelry. Why would you want to sell jewelry in this space over another item? There's so many options, right? Now there's hair care, there's coffee. I mean, there's like literally everything. There's tech products. First of all, you need to be passionate about it. But let me be clear about what I mean about passionate. Like I joked that when I started, I did not really wear jewelry. I didn't, but I always liked to get dressed up, or I knew it made me feel better to whatever. I understood how to put like clothing together a little bit, but accessorizing was just something I'd always kind of wanted to learn about. But it's at that time, I don't want to make myself a dinosaur, but it was not like you went to school to figure those things out, or I didn't know where to go to school to figure those things out. So I was like, I'm going to start putting myself around like-minded, positive, fashionable women because maybe I'll learn something. Worst case scenario, it's, I figured out how to switch up my earrings or layer a necklace, and I earned a couple of bucks along the way, right? So, but jewelry is fun. It's light, literally carrying light. Some people go back to in-home, some people remain online. I continue to remain online, but it's lightweight to carry and it's face value. So what I love is that I could pick up a piece of jewelry off of my desk and I could say, oh, do you like this beautiful bombshell necklace? I could say this, you could be like, oh my gosh, that's just not my style, or you love it. It's face value. You can take it or leave it. There's nothing personal about it that's going to upset me. There's nothing that I had to sell you on. I'm just sharing the pieces that I love with you and the ways that I would put it together. And if you don't know how to do that, we'd have training, don't worry. But anyways, it's very easy. It's very, there's not a lot of education that is needed, right? I used to say when we were doing in-home parties that I could put jewelry on a table. I could go sit in another room and people would come to me with the items that they wanted. Now, are you going to have the best party doing that? Maybe not. Are you going to have the best sales if you just sit back and relax? maybe not. You might get lucky. I mean, there's definitely some tricks of the trade, but for the most part, jewelry speaks for itself. Like, for example, if I had to, if I decided all of a sudden I wanted to sell supplements, let's just say, or some, new health fad product on the market, I would need to go learn about the health side effects, and I would want to somewhat be an expert in the area. So I think you need to decide kind of where your interests lie. So if you have any interest in fashion or making women feel beautiful, you're in the right place. We actually have great stuff for men too, so I didn't mean to be sexist on that one. So anyways, so jewelry is face value. It's super easy, and it is a consumable product. I will tell you this because I hear this often too when people go, well, I'd rather get someone on an auto ship that goes every quarter, so I don't have to think about it, so I'll have repeat business. Well, here's what I want to tell you. Fashion is consumable, especially if you are following fashion like every season, right? You're noticing the colors are changing, the fads are changing, the trends are changing. People are very interested in this and they want your help. They need your help, I promise you. And if you don't know what to do, we will teach you how to do that too. So that's why I would say jewelry above any other product. It's tried and true. Jewelry's been around forever. It's good quality, high quality jewelry with a great return that you can get behind. So let's talk about why Park Lane specifically. Like I said, I've been selling jewelry for 14 years and I love Park Lane. 4 years ago, when I was introduced to Park Lane, when they revealed their compensation plan to me, I was like, whoa, like I've never seen anything like this. And in fact, I had a pretty booming business at my previous company. And before I chose to move over here, there were a lot of factors that were taken into consideration. But of course, you want to make money, right? When you spend your time, you want it to be worth something. So I was like, kind of, where can I get the most bang for my buck with all of the, we all have checklists of things that we want to happen. And when I placed my current earnings at my previous company into the Park Lane compensation plan, it tripled. And I was like, that's interesting, right? And what I know is that Park Lane's been around for 67 years. And over those years, they've been through recessions. They've been through, natural disasters. They've been through COVID. They've changed from, person to person to credit card machines to online to all of the things. And they are willing to move quickly with the times. And what's great about Park Lane is that they are family owned and operated. So not only is that super cool that we are entering like the third generation of Levines, the Levine family owns Park Lane, and they now have their, Shirley was the founder, Shirley and Art Levine, who's the grandmother. Their sons are currently running it, but their kids are now the ones that are working in the office. And what's great is I hear from them all the time that no one will run a business with love and passion unless, the way that it is your own. They all have such pride and they love this company. And the fact that they do not have an outside board telling them what they need to do or get approval or all these things, we're able to make change very quickly. And the field, which is you and me, they're really able to listen to the field to quickly make change. And I've personally experienced seeing that happen since COVID, moving completely from in-person parties to online, to all of the new tech enhancements and training tools that we now have in place to really help you do your business any way you want it. But there's 3 things that I think Park Lane does really well, and that's their people, which I just talked about the family a little bit, and I'll talk about them a little bit more. There's the programs and there are the products. So the people are amazing, genuine. They've been around for a long time. They've seen all of the things. Our current CEO actually built a multi-million-dollar business himself on the ground as a stylist. His mother said he wanted money after law school, in between trying to find his job. And she said, take a jewelry kit, sign up and build it. And he did himself. So I really love having genuine focus for people that have been in the field that can offer me advice on what I need to be doing, who have been in my shoes, right? Which is amazing. Plus they're just genuine, great American, wholehearted, awesome people, genuine. Second of all, there's programs, and we have some awesome programs. So first of all, we have our customer program. If you're here, I'm guessing you've shopped with us before. We have our everyday 2 and 4 sale where you can shop at 50% off. We constantly have fun bonus items where you can get $200 items valued for just $30. Constant monthly style bonus drops, which are great for customers to want to keep coming back and shopping with you. We have Sparkle Box, which is our auto ship monthly renewable. If you just love jewelry box, they come in these fun boxes. Love it. Anyways, I digress. I see pretty things and I have to go to the side. So customers, y'all are all taken care of. Hostesses, we have the best hostess plan I would dare to say in the industry. Our average hostess earns $400 in free jewelry, and that is just for obtaining 10 orders. Okay. Now, other companies that I've worked for or seen compensation plans for, their hostess plan relies on a certain dollar amount in order to give out freebies. Now, yes, there is a qualification mark. Your hostess needs to have a $300 party, but let's face it, that's like 3 orders. 3 orders, that's your mom, yourself, and your best friend or your neighbor. Like, right? It's if you want to discount that, 3 people, and you've got a qualified show. And for every order you get $20 in free jewelry. But once you get 10, you get $40 in free jewelry. Orders of any size, as long as they surpass $300. And so that's 10 orders. You can tell every hostess, 10 orders will get you $400 in free jewelry. That's insane. Everybody should go for that. I joke all the time that if the Nordstrom lady called me today and said, hey, Sarah, which I have a Nordstrom lady, so be my friend Debbie, if she said, hey, listen, I am doing let me just think of something I love, a Trish McEvoy makeup event. And I love Trish makeup, by the way. She's like, come down to Nordstrom, grab 10 of your friends, and whatever they shop for, I'm going to give you, Trish McEvoy products on their behalf, right? So you better believe I'm grabbing 10 friends. We're going down. We're going to have a glass of champagne. We're going to sit down and we're going to have fun. Or if it's online, I'm going to invite them over to my house and watch it online or do whatever it is. But I'm going to do what it takes to get those 10 orders of any size to get that $400 shopping spree. Plus, they get to shop 50% off all kinds of stuff, and they get bonus points when they help you book. What it does for you as a stylist, though, is it makes the opportunity of hosting very attractive. So I won't say easy, but it is easier to find hostesses that want to partner with you because they want to get that free stuff. Everybody can make a wish list a mile long with Park Lane of the pieces that they want. That is how people want to host a party with you. So programs. We also have the most incredible compensation plan. So I'm going to kind of break it down for you as quickly as possible. Our compensation starts at 30 to 50%. 30% was what I used to have to sell $10,000 in a month to earn at my previous company. So you start at 30% here. So that's really high for the industry. Okay, 30 to 50%. I'll talk about our direct appoint levels and leadership levels in a minute, but you start at 30%. When you bring one person into the business, if you choose to, which by the way, you can earn 30% all day long just on your personal sales. That's really high. That's really high in our industry. But if you decide you want to bring one person along for the ride and you promote to our first level of leadership, that is branch, that gets you to 35%. Now, in my previous company, and what I know about a lot of other companies in this industry, is that every month you would have to go back and earn certain sales requirements that match that branch level in terms of sales. When you promote here at Park Lane, you never go back. So if you attain branch level and you earn that 5% commission bump to 35%, you never lose it. Let's say you brought your sister along. Your sister came, she loved it for a little while, but then she left, but then she never did anything, but you're still loving it, but that helped you get to branch. You're earning 35% for life. You're never going to lose that. And that is huge, because I know I used to have a company or a team that would produce about $500,000 in jewelry a month. And every first day of the month, I dreaded, because I would go back down to stylist. I was up here and I would start back at stylist and I would have to work every month. And it was tiring. It was very tiring to do that. So it is nice to know that once you've achieved a level here, you get to stay there. Also, we have a car program here. So our car of choice is a white Mercedes. And you can choose to get the Mercedes. I drive the Mercedes. I love it. I've become a car snob. I was never that girl, but I am now. And I get a $700 bonus every month in cash that Park Lane adds to my paycheck that I then go and pay towards my bill. But if you don't want to get a Mercedes, you have the option to cash out, meaning there's a lot of women on our team that are like, I've got a family of 8. Like, I can't put them all in a Mercedes. And I just would rather get the $500 cash bonus. Well, they'll cash you out with $500 bonus. And guess what? Another gal on our team went and got a minivan because she had a small or a big family and had littles, and she went and used that towards buying herself a new minivan. So you can use it for whatever you want, but it's technically a car bonus. We also travel internationally twice a year, and I cannot stress the importance of how unique this is and how fun it is, because twice a year we travel somewhere amazing. So since I have been with Park Lane for 4 years, I have been to Greece, I've been to Rome, I've been to St. Martin, I have been to the Caribbean on a cruise. I earned a trip to Ireland. I earned a trip to Bermuda. Those 2 got canceled because of COVID, but I'll tell you what happened. I've been to Key West. I have been to Aruba, and we are headed to Kona, Hawaii in February, and we are working currently towards a trip for Cabo San Lucas right now. So it's just amazing. And these trips are 5-star. They are fully paid for. They are just really a great connection tool. I mean, imagine being able, in fact, one of my leaders said on my team recently, it's just so great because she has 3 kids. She's like, it's a really great time for me and my husband to plan time for ourselves to get away. Otherwise, we wouldn't do it. So you can choose to bring your families. A lot of people do that. In fact, a lot of my team members are bringing their kids to Kona, which is going to be awesome because we're a very family-centric company, and I'm very excited about that. But the trips are great. Typically, they are international. COVID has kind of put a wrench in our traveling of how we did. So we did do Key West and Hawaii, but both very fun vacations. And I'm hoping in January we'll announce the new trip. My ultimate goal is screaming Europe, Europe, Europe. But anyways, we'll see what's going on. Okay, so we've got the trips that are amazing. And I did mention, so Bermuda and Ireland, we had to cash out, which was really sad for some of us because we love the trips, but they cashed those trips out higher because they knew that we would be able to use that money. So I had ended up earning 2 trips to Ireland for me and my husband and 2 trips to Bermuda. That's 4 trips total. I got a $6,000 bonus from Park Lane. Now, I have heard other companies that had to cancel trips during COVID. Obviously, it was a world pandemic, but maybe they got a sweatshirt or something of that nature. And I mean, I'm sure it's a beautiful sweatshirt, but I'm really happy I had that $6,000 because earlier this year, I got to take my family of 4, my 2 boys, on an adventure trip of a lifetime to Costa Rica with that money. So anyways, you could have done anything you wanted with it, but that's what we chose to do with it. And for that, I'm super grateful. Another quick program I want to tell you guys about is that every month at Park Lane Jewelry, we have the opportunity to earn free jewelry. Many other companies only allow you to kind of earn that during your jumpstart or your first 60 days or your first 45 days. We have an opportunity where you can earn up to $1,150 in free jewelry every month just by doing the things you love, selling, recruiting, whatever it is you want to do. There's a lot of different ways you can be successful in this business, and Park Lane programs touch them all. So you don't have to be a jack of all trades to earn money here. You can be a great seller and earn incredible commission. You could be a great team builder and earn incredible commission. You can be both and surpass any dreams that you've ever had of your life. And that's what I'm doing personally here with Park Lane, and I love it. So the final thing I wanted to share with you guys about the programs is we have a very unique program. So if you're on this call and you have previously led a team or had leadership experience with another direct selling business, now that can be any company, we want to recognize that experience. And maybe if you've not been in this industry, you're like, well, why wouldn't you recognize that experience? I don't know. I have no idea why in this industry we don't choose apples to apples. But imagine if you were going to go work for a bank, right? If you were the president of a bank and another bank wanted you to come work for them, they would not just throw you in a teller position and say, there you go, work your way back up, right? But in our industry, that's very common. They're like, go rebuild it, start from the ground up. And you do have to start from the ground up. I mean, you have to start over, but we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and we're going to give you an interview and potentially give you an opportunity to come in at 40 to 50% starting, so you can make a higher commission while you rebuild what you walked away from. So if that is something that interests you, please talk to the stylist that invited you tonight, because it's an incredible program. And it's a great way to bridge that gap of rebuilding and not have the pressure, so you can still earn significant income on your own terms. So finally, I want to say, why now? Oh, no, wait. I'm going to go back to that because I forgot about fundraising. And I mentioned that you can give back to your communities. And I know a lot of women have big hearts, and men, big hearts, want to give back to their families, their churches, their communities. We have a 50% fundraising program here where you can do a party, let's say for the American Parkinson's Disease Association. I just did one that my dad suffers from Parkinson's. So I choose to raise a lot of money for them. Let's say we have $1,000 party in sales. So around 10 orders, we have $1,000 party. Park Lane is going to give $500 of that directly back to the American Parkinson's Disease Association. And then they're still going to commission me on the extra 500, the leftover 500. At that 30 to 50%. It is insane. It is an incredible program, and it's unheard of anything. So while I rave about programs, all the things, and gosh, you guys, I'm sorry, I'm losing it. Do you guys ever find where you have like your brain just stops and then you're like, oh, and I forgot. I said there were 3 P's: peoples, programs, and products. So let me just talk really quick about our products. Our products are amazing. We have over 900 SKUs in our line that are barely ever on waitlist or back order, whatever you guys might want to call it. And if something does go on back order, we usually replace it with something similar or better. Our company is just, like I said, we're very swift to make good change to make sure our customers are happy. We also have no lead, no nickel, no cadmium in our products, surgical steel posts, an incredible return policy. So all of the things that you can feel comfortable, like 110% shopping with Park Lane. Okay, I will end here with why now. First of all, it's $99 to sign up. How many of you have been to Target lately and spent more than $99? I know I have, and I'm probably guilty of more. In fact, I'm like, when I go to Costco, I'm just like, oh, come on, be under 400. Anyways, but $99, you get $500 in free jewelry that you get to choose, plus a website for up to 1 full year. First of all, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're on this call, sign up, throw a party, have the stylist that invited you help you throw that party, decide if you want to do it. Give yourself one chance and see if it's, don't think about what anybody else might think or whatever. Give yourself that opportunity. You never know until you try. $99. I'm going to tell you have absolutely nothing to lose. And if you have no idea what you're doing, or the idea of talking live like this, or there's a million different other things that could stop and prevent you, I want you to just tune out all those voices in your head, because you're here. There's a reason you're here. Take this as a sign that you should believe in yourself and invest a minimum of $99 in yourself to potentially change your life. So $99 gets you $500 in free. We have other packages. The next one is $229. That gets you $1,000 in free, plus the website for a year. Amazing. And why now? Like, many of you are thinking, geez, we've got 45 days until Christmas. Like, whoa, like people are probably way too busy. First of all, stop thinking that people are way too busy. People are shopping. People are procrastinators. People need you in their life. They need you to be of service, to help them find those perfect gifts for a steal. They need you to share what outfits we wear for holiday gifts. And by the way, our team provides all of that. If you're like stressed because you see someone on this call and they do beautiful graphics, well, they probably don't do the graphics. Just going to tell you, we provide all of that for you. We provide what we call mega parties monthly for our team, where you can participate and learn and listen. We have a full training module for you to dial into. So much opportunity. All you have to do is believe in yourself and give yourself the gift of opportunity this holiday season, because in my opinion, there's no better time. People need you. People will book with you. People will want your energy, and they're excited about what you're excited about. And you're going to get a whole bunch of free jewelry. And guess what? If you fail, what does that mean? It doesn't matter. You need to believe in yourself, and you owe yourself this opportunity for 99 bucks to sign up this holiday season and give yourself a gift that could potentially change your life and have a huge impact on your family around you. The other thing I think I just want to end on is that it's like the little secret that is kept in the room about community. And I know COVID pulled many of us out of our social normalcy, right? So maybe you're missing that. Maybe you're missing connection. This is a great way to get reconnected. It is the most positive group of people I've ever met that really want to lift you up and just share happiness and good energy. And you're going to learn so much about yourself. And maybe this is your time to do something for you that will give you something really positive and awesome to focus on. And guess what? Can you imagine, like, this spring, after you've signed up, that you've earned, $1,000 over the next 2 months? Like, what would an extra $500 a month really do for your family? Could it pay down some debt? Could it, be a debt-free Christmas? Could it save for a trip to Disney World? Could it help a family member in need? Could it do whatever? I mean, the possibilities are endless. So I just want to thank you guys so much for giving me this opportunity to share why I love Park Lane. I hope you can feel my energy, my love for this company, and my belief in you that you can do this. If you can smile, if you can talk, if you like the idea of fashion or really are interested in learning how to earn significant income on your own terms, you're in the right place. Talk to the stylist who invited you here tonight. And what I want you guys to do is, in the comments below on this video, share with me what you would do with an extra $500 in a month. It could be life-changing. So thank you guys so much. I wish you all a very happy holiday season, and thank you for joining me tonight. I hope we see you next time in our community, where we can teach you all the tricks of the trade and get you earning all that income and enjoying your life more. So thank you for being here tonight. Bye, ladies.